Sabbath, Israel. All praise to the most highest God of Israel. To our creator, our makers. We also want to just give her all the praise that we possibly can, that we can muster up. Our God is a good God. Okay, family. The family is sad and in mourning. We're not going to go into it. It's personal, private to us. Those that are not with us, it's none of your business. All praise. But the family, we're together in unity during this sad time for our family. All praise. We love the Most High because we know she can't make a mistake. She can't do anything wrong. And her will shall be done. All praises go up. Well, for those of you that are with the prophetess and we do stuff together, the Lord had me give you a test for self-evaluation, and she wanted you to put down list your hurts on one side and your blessings on the other side. And this is for you. It's not for the prophetess. It's not for the Lord. It's personally for you. All of this pertains to you. Now, me also am going to stress to you tonight to help your understanding. Your ways are not the Lord's way. You hear me? God has a way she does things, and we ain't doing it. That's the start. That's just the start. That's the tip of the iceberg. Also, me have told you, everything you think you know is a lie. Your enemy, those that hate you, have taught you how to disrespect yourself and most of all, your God. And it doesn't seem like it to you because this is all you know. You've been brought up this way. Your great-great-grandparents did it, and so on and so on. And it passes on down, and it passes on down, and it passes on down. So it seems real. It seems right. It seems like this is how it should be because I know it's right. I know how I feel when I do it, or I know this is all you know. From babies all the way. Bring my baby here. I gotta wait till my priest is coming in. But I'm gonna show y'all. God is so good. God is so good to us. I'm gonna give you a prime example of the goodness of the Lord and how this situation that we live in works. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the first picture that's up here. Everybody see that? It says inmates. Okay, now normally you wouldn't have the men and the women in the same prison, but I do this. I want to show y'all how the Lord said, I put you in a prison. Now, I know we get above ourselves. We're so high-minded because we know who we are and we're such great Levites and Judah's people and whatever. I can't call you Judites because that's not what you're called. But everybody that's associated with the Most High God is in a prison. Who goes to prison? All the good people?
No.
Who goes to prison? All the people who break the law. First starting out. Prisoners are people who broke the law. We broke the law of God, us criminals, and we wound up in prison. Now, knowing who you are, you inmates, you treat this just like any other prison. You form gangs. Somebody got to be the leader. And everybody that broke the law is trying to figure out what law the others broke to make themselves better than them. Well, the murderers are kept on the third floor. I myself just stole a Snicker bar, so I'm on the lower floor. I'm better. But yet, you wear the same uniform. You in the same place and can't go no motherfucking way. But you only stole a Snicker. So God likes me more than God likes the murderer. Well, if that be the case, then you wouldn't be in the prison. So while we're spending time down here, spinning our wheels, trying to compare one another and who's better and who, I can't be with that person. That person did something wrong, or I can't listen to that. Every single one of us are inmates, including my tiny little brand new Noah is a inmate who broke the law. The Most High brought him back to serve his time. You're going to find out the righteous are with God. They don't come back. They don't come back. They stay with God. If you wind up back here, it was because you were a sinner. You broke the law. So now we're going to get into the meat of this thing. And everybody's going to find out tonight just how God feels about a thing that we do. Just how you look before God when you're doing it. And then you're going to find out what it is you should be doing instead. Because like I said, you've been lied to. You've been tricked and you've been bamboozled. And walk around with your chest stuck out. I know who I am. I'm somebody. All walking through the prison yard and all the other inmates is looking at you and trying to figure, what the hell is wrong with him? Oh, I know who I am. I'm somebody. Yes, and when they ring the bell at 6 and you all have to go and get in your room, you have to go too. With your perfectly know who you are self. So let's go to the start. Now that we know that we're all inmates. What is an inmate? A person who is confined in a prison. Now, we glean, because the hospital could be a prison because they treat the people in there like they're prisoners and injecting and sampling them and just doing shit to them, and etc. A person who dwells with others in the same house. That's why it's called the prison house. All praise, all praise. All these perfect folks, all these good, perfect people that do everything right. Y'all getting ready to find some real shit out tonight. Okay? All right, so we're getting ready to move on here to Isaiah 42. Let's look at Isaiah 42. Let's see if we got this how I want this, because sometimes I do things. It's not quite how I want it. But let's go ahead and look at Isaiah 42. In Isaiah 42 it says, but this is a people, what? Robbed and spoiled. Huh? And since y'all been taught to make spoiled a good thing, God is going to tell y'all it ain't a good thing to be robbed and spoiled. Curse your kids their whole life hollering, oh, that boy's so spoiled. You got that shit right. And he going to grow up. He going to live a life of a spoiled person, not having a goddamn thing. Stop saying those things over our children. They already got enough curse to deal with without us implying more upon them. They are all of them snared. Wait, whoa. What does that word all mean?
Everybody.
All except for those that know who they are.
No, everybody.
All except for them that been called.
No.
All except for them that do good.
Because
apparently it ain't no do-gooders yet. We ain't got to no good do-gooders. If ALL is in prison, ain't no do-gooders, is it?
No.
It says they are snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey. Do you know what that means? Come on. They've been jacking with you ever since you've been down here. Ever since you broke the law, you are a prey to them. They can do anything they want to you. You're going to get it. None deliver it. Jesus tried and he couldn't do it. Y'all still in the same boat y'all in, finding out he wasn't no savior. He can't, nobody can save us. We still in prison. Huh? For a spoil, and none saith restore. All these high society falutin folks. Y'all trying to vote this witch in. Y'all trying to put her in a position of power. But she ain't saying, well, we gonna free the niggas.
Nope.
Huh? We gonna restore the niggas to their rightful place. Huh? She the one that puts them in the prison house. Then you got the mangly, mixed up mingle that was your president that gets to call himself black. Y'all niggas get out there and vote for her, you menses. He talks to the men because he knows who. The men are fools. They do y'all any kind of way, and you ain't got a goddamn clue what's happening to you. Let's go to the next one. What is a snare? It says a device often consisting of a what?
Noose.
And that's one of their favorites.
Yep.
That's one of their favorites. For capturing small game, them little niggas running around here and everywhere. Running around. Anything serving to entrap or entangle unawares. Set traps for you, you fall for them. Set you up, trick you, bamboozle you, lie to you, and you don't know who to believe or which way to go. But I am somebody. I'm the best prisoner in the prison house. Come on now. 4 says on 3. To catch with a snare. They got your words right from your book and use them against you, and you don't have a clue. To catch are what's that now? Involved by trickery. All while. Huh? And you somebody. You know so much. You can read it for yourself. I just get my Bible out and the mother. Who's the mother? What mother? I know a mother came and introduced herself to me. What mother you talking about?
All praise.
I know a mother came and introduced herself to me. And then you say, oh, the mother and the father. So I guess if the mother don't work for you and you throw your father in. Come on now. Come on, baby. Because you don't know a goddamn thing, dumb as fuck, and wouldn't know a goddamn thing if you wasn't listening to me.
All praise.
You hear what I got to say, then you take it and you run with it as if you know something. For 15 years, some of you been listening from day one. And now you can stand on your own 2 feet. So I didn't got to listen to them. They ain't no better than I am. Huh? Can't pay your rent. Might be living in a house you ain't supposed to be living in. Can't keep your phone on because you can't pay your bills. Can't keep a job because somebody's always doing something to me. And goddamn the fuck got to have my weed. Them's the motherfuckers who know something. Them the sons of bitches after hearing the prophet that can stand on their own 2 feet. I can't wait till the Lord gets started. I can't wait till she gets started. She gonna show them what kind of shoes they wear on them feet.
All right.
The mother. I'm I'm going to go down here to this bottom one. So I outlined it on 4. Anything that traps or entangles someone or something unawares. That means you don't know. It's right there in your face. You don't know. But I can pick the Bible up and read it myself. Yeah, you did pick the Bible up for years and read it for yourself, and you never knew what it said. You still don't to this day. You still don't to this day. Let's go on to the next one. 5 says, let's do the one that's outlined, because, you know, they would throw the animals and the birds in there, but we don't talk about that. To catch or trap in or as if in a snare, captured by trickery. So, we're going to deal with the hurt. Oh, the hurt. Ooh, the hurt. I ask right now, take your hurt list out. I'll give you a second to get your hurt list out. I'm going to ask this one question. One question. If all this hurt that you got on your list means so much that you can remember it enough to write it down, because it's about remembering. What did God tell you to remember?
The law of Moses.
She told you to remember a lot of things, but it was never your hurt.
Mm-hmm. All praise.
Why would a God who is hurting you, punishing you, care that you're hurt?
She wouldn't.
Wait. Because you don't think. Because see, you see yourself today. I know I've done nothing wrong. I didn't deserve this. I'm a good person. I treat everybody right. I'm good. How could this happen to me? But me don't even realize why me is even alive. Why are you back here in prison? So when God says, you hurt me. You hurt me. You didn't keep my law. You didn't do that which is right. You bickered against each other. Anything I sent you, even when I sent you manna to feed you, do you know you complained about the manna that I sent to feed? I cooked it on my stove and dropped it down from heaven. And y'all said, I remember the garlic. I remember the melons. I don't want this manna. That's who the fuck you are. You the same people who did that back then and don't know what else you've done prior that you paying for today. But somebody hurt me. Oh. How will I ever get over it? So if you can't get over your hurt, why should God get over hers? Why should she give you salvation? Why should she give you grace and mercy? Why should she send you blessings? Why should she do a goddamn thing for people who have hurt her?
All praise.
And then she put it in the word forgive. Because I don't take the chickens out the yard and bring them in the house to do things for you. I use my people. I use people. But you don't think about the fact you hurt me. I ain't never done nothing to God. I don't deserve this. I love God. Bitch, you didn't even know who God was till a few months ago. Shut your fucking mouth.
All praise.
Every God under the sun you done worship trying to find the truth and never worshiped God. And now that you know her, you know everything. Well, then if you do, why haven't the prison bars opened up and released you? Why haven't you been released?
They didn't know.
See, one thing that you don't think about whenever you think, God's ways are not my ways. What does that mean? Just what do you mean, prophetess? God's ways are not my ways. God didn't raise you. Your enemy did. They taught you their way. And then they taught their people their way and you another way. And they use that way by the words that they found in your book to trick you and put you in a snare. So we're going to keep on going and you're going to find out just how God feels about them little books y'all wrote. See, I had a woman with me, y'all. She lived such a fucked up life. I'm telling you, it was ridiculous. But now that she's not living that fucked up life, she is Princess Diana, God of the world, prophetess of the Zumba. She is a sent by the... She's so holy, God can't stand up because she'd stand on her head.
Oh, praise.
That's how holy she's made herself. She got a book of her hurt and her pain and what she's went through. And you wouldn't even read it. You know why the rib don't read it? You know why the rib don't read it? Because the rib don't lick up nobody's motherfucking vomit. Y'all about to find out. Y'all about to find out. So let's go to Job, number 6. Let's do Job. A come next, yeah. We just know 6. Chapter 4. Thy words have upholden him that was falling, and thou hast strengthened the feeble knees, Job. Job, you've been a powerful man. You helped people in this prison. You gave them encouragement. You lifted them up. But now it has come upon thee, and thou faintest. It touches thee, and thou art troubled. Come on now. Somebody hurt the rib's feelings, and she's supposed to just fall apart. I'm leaving. I don't have to listen to her. And the rib's supposed to go, what am I going to do? Somebody left me. Oh, my God. Rib say, less is better, baby. Less is more. Y'all going to learn here. Too many people done the foolishness you've done, and you think it affects me? It don't affect me. I'm going to keep on doing what I do. I'm going to keep on going. Said, is it not this thy fear, thy confidence, thy hope, and the uprightness of thy ways? Verse 7 says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perisheth, being innocent. Huh? Come on, Joe. You used to tell the same stuff. Now I'm telling it to you. Where were the righteous cut off? Where? It don't line up. It can't be. But let's go to the next verse. Verse 8 says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness, do what, y'all? Reap that thing. Y'all gonna learn you are not in this prison because you was good.
All praise.
You're not here away from your God because you were good. You're here because you were put back in prison to try to get it right. Let's go on. Joshua 24:20. If, my favorite word, if ye forsake the Lord and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do what? Wait, what? Stop. So y'all think y'all can pick and choose the way God does things. She didn't give a list the way I'll do it. Right here, it says one word. You hurt. You did wrong, you get hurt. You get hurt. So you are not getting hurt because you did good. You're getting hurt because somewhere you did wrong.
All praise.
And it wasn't wrong to people, it was wrong to God. She said, I'm going to hurt and consume you. After that, he hath done you good. So in other words, all that God did for you, the goodness, the riches, the fame, all this stuff, you turned and you did something wrong. And when God hurt you, you fainted. You couldn't believe it. You're so pompous, Job. Lots of other names fall under that too, because see, it's always pride that comes before the fall. I knew this kind of class, I'm telling you, this kind of class right here wake you up to some shit. Let's go to Isaiah 9. Let's start at verse 15. The ancient and honorable, he is the head. And the prophet that teaches lies, he is the tail. For the leaders of this people, and I can name them, boy, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, all the leaders that y'all have made leaders. See, when you pick a leader, you make a leader, they're gonna lie to you. They work for the snarer. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And that's all that's happening right now. And you think, because I got a good job and I can pay my bills and I make money, you're still destroyed. That ain't got nothing to do with it. You're still destroyed. Therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, and she doesn't. Neither shall have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite. I can remember everything done to me, but if I ask you what did you do to somebody, it's going to be do. Let me think. Give me some time. Ain't got a list this fucking long about what everybody did to you. What did you do? Let's just break it down to what did you do to God? Because you know, when I say people, it offends you. I ain't done nothing to nobody. What you do to God? Because I do see you in prison with me. And your lawyer ain't got you out. You know, did he? His lawyer, and y'all's lawyer ain't got y'all out. You still in prison.
Ain't got bail.
I don't care how much you offer, they can't get you out. You're still in jail. Oh, I'm telling y'all gonna learn you're a hypocrite and an evildoer. And every mouth speaketh folly. We're going to find out what that is. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. That means I ain't going to stop. I'm going to keep it coming because you refuse to obey my words. Let's keep on going because this is a long class. I don't care.
All praise.
All praise.
We don't care neither.
Let's look at folly. Because y'all don't look words up. Probably just look words up. What's folly? The state or quality of being foolish. Lack of what? The mother! The mother and the father! The lack of understanding or sense. A foolish action, practice, idea, etc.
Absurdity.
Because y'all are absurd. Let me tell y'all something.
Absurdity.
When you listen to the bullshit that comes out of their mouth, different direction. I'm told to go here. I'm told to go. Mother says she'll make a fool out of you.
Yeah.
Every time. You think you're doing something and it's her guiding you, making a fool out of you every time. But you have so much control. I'm in control of this. I know what I'm doing. I'm leaving. You're leaving because the Lord said, I've given them enough of my word. I'm not giving them anymore.
All praise.
Because y'all don't know this is our farewell speech to you. The famine is on the way. Everything these people learn from here on out, they're going to learn from the prophetess in a private group.
All praise. All praise to the Most High.
I will not give any more of this to the dogs. Not a drop. The folly of performing without rehearsal. Jump right on the camera. Don't know what the fuck you saying and get right on the screen and start. I'm going to wait on the mother to come to me and the father to come. And all these are going to come to me. And I know you don't need them. They ain't nobody. Didn't even rehearse. And never dresses for the performance.
Always showing somebody else stuff.
And got to tell somebody else something. Oh, I can't wait. Let's go on down to the next one, because that's what I wanted to get out. Did I get all of it? No, I didn't. Costly and foolish taking unwise investment or departure. Expenditure. Let's see what we got here for folly. Now, this is the Hebrew understanding of folly. Okay? A further insight into the nature of a fool. You don't want to be called a fool. You don't want to be called a fool because you don't want to hear the things that God has to say. You don't like it because you have gotten so much pride inside of you. You're not the things of the Bible unless they're good. I know I'm Hebrew. I know I'm from the tribe of Levi, because Levi's chosen. I know who I am. I this, I that. Biggest sinner walking in the prison yard. Them ones that know so much. You locked up with me, but you know so much. You hear so much. God just runs around talking to the inmate because she ain't got nothing better to do. It is provided by the Hebrew word, what's that? Nabal. This is the word used in Psalms 14:1, where the fool declares there is no God. And you do declare that whether you know it or not, because you don't accept her gods. Because it goes on down. That was capital G, wasn't it?
Capital G.
Capital G.
There's no capital G. But let's see. Not only is the fool immoral, he is also godless. You know what a godless man is? It's a man who doesn't have a God and a man whose God follows behind him. Two stupid fucks. The word don't lie. Yeah, well, now, come on now. So let's go on here, because I'm getting, it's got a lot. We got a lot. Let's move to 10. So, folly. Did you know that every time you bring up the folly of yourself or another, this is what you're like. Proverbs 26:11. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly. Let me show y'all what y'all look like before the Lord. Let me show y'all. Go to 11. This is you in the presence of the Lord. Even though you standing up saying it, this is what God sees. If you're in this position licking up vomit, how are you praising God?
You're not.
You ain't praising God. Huh? You ain't giving God no praise, no glory. You eating vomit. And you ain't gonna make me eat yours.
All praise.
I don't give a fuck if a train ran over you and the conductor got up and stopped the train, got off the train, picked your run over body and put it right in front of the train again, got back inside the train and runned it over your ass again. I don't give a fuck! I'm not gonna eat your vomit with you!
All praise.
God did it to you because you did it to her.
All praise. Got that.
You're going to learn something here with me. Now, you ain't going to like it. You ain't going to like it. But I'm going to tell you just the truth. We all did it. All of us wallowed it. You know, there's sometimes you can't wait to tell somebody what somebody did to you. You can't wait. And don't let them have an audience. Oh, my Lord, if they have an audience that'll listen. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Let me share this with you about her. We had a foolish person tell us, right in our faces on camera. That's why I said you don't even rehearse this shit. You just talk. When I came out of the womb, I looked up into my mother's face. And she said harsh words to me. Y'all, listen, let me tell y'all something. If you, hey! If you can remember the day you came out of the womb, you got a mental problem. No, you got a mental problem. You got a mental problem.
Yeah.
Because these babies and all this stuff they're going through right now in this hell, by the time the next year comes, they done forgot all about it. They done forgot all about it. As they grow up, you know what happens to that baby? The snare happens. Because somebody keeps reminding that baby of what happened to it. They keep throwing vomit on that baby. Constantly. You've been trained. You've been taught how to do it. Huh? My brother did this, my sister did that. But, well, that's who God's going to use, because when you were doing it, it was a brother or a sister. You just don't have the memory. You ain't got the memory of what you did. Miss and Mr. Good. Mr. Perfect. Mrs. Perfect. I've never heard anyone. I couldn't stand the sight of her. That's you. Full of pride. All bent over, eating vomit, like a dog licking up his vomit. Wearing it on your sleeve. Say, I want some get back. That motherfucker hurt me. I want some get back. And the Lord steady said, vengeance is mine, that saith the Lord. And she getting her vengeance, and she must be really getting it good, because she got y'all on y'all knees standing in vomit. She getting some good get back on you. Let's keep on going. Let's go to 12. 12. Things you've been taught to remember. Things you focus on. This is your remembrance. You mean you didn't get me anything for my birthday? It's my birthday. It only comes once a year. Oh, I remember when they died. It was raining that day. I put Mama in the ground. And we had to wear black. And I don't usually wear black. I just wear blue jeans. And I had to put black on because I remember that day. It was cold. And we was outside. It was so sad.
It was cold.
It was cold. Every fucking holiday. I don't care what they doing. You was a part of it. You remember that day. And anniversaries. Now, I've been serving with you all this time, and I know you're not going to forget when we got married and what you're going to get me. And I know it's the anniversary. If you got folks that can remember the day I met you on such and such a day, that's our anniversary, then you know this is our 2-day anniversary. We've been together for 2 days. Well, 6 months. 6 months have passed. We're not celebrating our anniversary. Huh? You can remember all of these things. Mother's Day, Father's Day, cousin, sister, brother, whoa. You can even remember when you lost your virginity. You can remember everything. But if I ask you, give me a scripture where God told you what to remember, you'd have to start Googling. It ain't ever present in your soul, and it ain't ever present in your heart. Because you don't know the ways of God. You know the ways of this world. Let's go to the next one. When you think about your hurt, do you feel happiness? No. Get all joyful and gooey inside? No. Gladness. You get energized. No. You feel brand new.
Brand terrible.
You're at peace with yourself. In love. Hopeful and glad. Isn't it beautiful to remember the hurt? It makes me feel all these things. Those things don't come until you think about the Lord. Mm-hmm. So we know you're not thinking about her. Because you're never happy, joyful, gladness, energized. You're always dragging, tight, feeling bad. The job worked the fuck out of you. Then you come home and you think about what happened to you when you were 3. I was 3 years old. I had a bad life. And the clock get ready to go off and you still thinking about, I've only gotten to 7. I'm only at 7 years old. Clock don't alarm yet. Why do you do it? Because you've been taught to do it. Mm-hmm. You've been taught by your enemies how to sin before your God.
Train of thought. Train of thought.
Let's go on to the next one. The reason why I remember is so it doesn't happen to me again. Well, then you'd have remembered it when you come back. It happened, didn't it? Yeah. Got such cute little phrases down here. I remember it because I'm not gonna. Well, if you could stop it, why'd you let it happen the first time? Huh? You got all this power and control. Y'all sound like the Christians. Pray for us. The tornado just destroyed our house. Well, bitch, if they could pray for you and stop the tornado, why didn't the tornado was coming? What did it hit for? Why you want them to pray after the fact? Right. You should have had them pray before so it wouldn't hit. Right. That's y'all. Remembering helps you control hurt from happening again. They teach you them in them 12-step programs. White man got some jacked. Oh! I'm telling you, he got you jacked up. I know. I remember the hurt so I don't deal with people that want to hurt me. So, what was your day of death? Because you can't be alive. Mm-mm. Because I want to know how you know who's going to hurt you. Right. Do they wear t-shirts? I know they got t-shirts that say God got me. Are them the ones? Oh, the ones that say blessed. Too blessed to be stressed. You know them fuckers is going to hurt you. Strutting around the prison yard all out of uniform. Just wearing any damn crazy looking shit. Huh? Is that how you know? Do you feel you have to deal with a lot from your hurt? The only way you deal with anything from your hurt is you bringing it up. The hurt's gone. The hurt's done its job. You try to hold it. Hurt's trying to get out the door and you holding it by the leg. Don't go. I need you for reference. So, please stay with me because I'm going to be telling this story for the next 50 years. That's true. It is how you do. And then let me tell you something else about remembering. It happened to you when you were 3. By the time you're 13, the story was, I went to the zoo and I pet a lion. They let me pet the lion. By the time you turned 13, the lion bent your whole arm off.
And it grew back.
And then wait till you turn 23. They pushed you in the lion's den because they hated you. And the lion ate me alive.
But you still there.
By the time you 40, you don't know what the hell the story's going to say. You add on, because you know you got to make it worse than it actually. It was already bad, but you going to make it worse because you got to prove your pain and your hurt from what somebody did. Boy, I tell you, God ain't playing, y'all. God ain't playing. Let's look at the word remember. To recall to the mind by an act or effort of memory. So you taking all this precious memory God gave you to think about what somebody did to you. You know, there's people, they like songs that say, oh, she hurt me, she broke my heart, she did this, she did that. And there are people, that's just like I tell my family, y'all be careful what you take in your spirit. Y'all be careful what you listen to. Be careful what you see. Be careful what you allow our babies to see. Because everything that is programmed to cause you to sin against your God.
All praise.
It sounds so good. Oh, that song, it just brings me comfort as somebody else went through it too. What? That's how you get your comfort, to know someone else hurt? Someone else suffered the shit you suffered. That means somebody was just as low life as you were to be put through the same fucking shit you were put through. You don't even know what you're saying. To think again. To retain in the memory, keep in the mind, remain aware of. Now y'all know why God uses the word remember. Huh? But when God says remember, she has things that she wants you to remember so you don't have to go through the memory of darkness, hurt, pain, sorrow, sadness. But you choose the other way because you've been taught it justifies you, that you know somebody hurt you. To have something come into the mind again. So this is what's supposed to be coming in your mind. Let's look at 1 Chronicles 16. Don't get me wrong. All of us want our enemies to pay. But you got to remember, you were an enemy of God. You made yourself an enemy of God. That was the wrong one to pick. You should have stayed true to God and been everybody else's enemy. But you made God your enemy. And now you're going through the punishment of whatever you did through whatever generation you lived in. And now in this generation, you're serving it and you don't like it. Because in this generation, I would never do anything like that. I love the Lord. He heard my cries. I'm sanctified, holy, and filled with the Ghost. That's not me.
I can write a book.
But if I asked you who hurt you, you'll remember it just like you could remember that and forget your goddamn name. Oh, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. You will forget your whole identity trying to remember who hurt you. And God's sitting on the throne thinking, when will they ever learn? When will they learn? 1 Chronicles 16, verse 11 says, seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his face, what?
Continually.
No, it don't say that. It says after you wallowed in your sorrow and your sadness and your pain and your hurt. If something is continually, how does it get a break? See, you don't know the word. You don't read the word. You don't understand the word. And you don't look the words up to have the meanings to know what it's saying. Continually. Remember his marvelous works that he had done, his wonders, and the judgment of his mouth. 13 says, O ye seed of Israel, his servant, ye children of Jacob, his chosen one. Levi. Bet you didn't know that. Let's go to the next one. Numbers 15 and 40. That ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God. Do you know when you do all the commandments of the law before your God, you're being holy? My brothers. All praise. Deuteronomy 5 and 15 says, and remember that thou wast a servant in the land of Egypt, and that the Lord thy God brought thee out thence through a mighty hand and by a stretched out arm. Therefore the Lord thy God commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day. Now we're talking about stuff y'all didn't know nothing about. So you had to have known this before. Mm-hmm. She said, remember. How could this new baby that's in here with us know any of this? And he picked the Bible up and God said, remember. Because you knew it from the past. It's still with you. Remember. Sometime when the Lord come and prophetess is trying to get stuff together and thinks she got it all, the Lord say, Vicky, remember. I'm like, remember what? In the beginning, it was really rough because I didn't know what you talk. Remember what? Because you've done this before. Mm-hmm. Just didn't get it right. That's why you back in prison. Huh? I don't ever leave myself out. How can I leave myself out? I am called by the Lord inside the prison to tell the inmates what thus saith the Lord. And just like any other criminal, I can do that too. And you and Jimbo getting inside y'all cell and y'all start talking. Shit, we can do this. She ain't the only one. Come on now, we'll go over in yard 7. That would really keep the dumb ones. Let's go to yard 7. And let's go over and tell them this stuff we done heard her say. We can do this.
Upstairs to the murderer.
Huh? But they don't want to go to the murderers. You know, the murderers don't give a shit. They don't want to be murdered now. They good. They go low. They go down to the dumb ones. The dumber they are, the more they can get through. All praise.
All praise.
Deuteronomy 7:18. Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but will remember what the Lord thy God did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt. You can't take time out to be afraid of them because you're too busy trying to come against one another. And Deuteronomy 8:2. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness to humble thee. Boy, did that go out the window. And to prove thee, that ain't working, to know what was in thine heart. Why do you think you go through these things? God is trying to get you to examine your heart. The little self-evaluation test you took, you even failed that because you showed God just what you think about what you can remember. But I didn't hear anybody write, God hurt me. Nobody put on their list, God hurt me by putting me back in prison. God ain't on your mind even when you're dealing with the lowest of your thoughts. God is not on your mind. Deuteronomy 8:2. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. Did you keep them? No. Deuteronomy 8:18. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God. This is about who you supposed to remember? Lord thy God. But you remember Jimmy and what Jimmy did, Susie and what Susie did, and Catherine and what Catherine did, and oh Lord have mercy. You know their name, age, date, serial number. You just don't have their credit card. Huh? But you don't remember what the Lord did. You don't remember the Lord. She's not on your heart. For it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. Some of y'all trying to figure out why you can't get a pass go. Because that big shopping cart of hurt you're pushing in front of you has no wheels on it. That's why you can't get these things. You're holding on to everything but God.
Praise.
It is the truth. It's right there in the pages. Deuteronomy 9:7. Remember and forget not how thou provokest the Lord thy God to wrath in the wilderness. God told you to remember what the Lord God did now. She's not talking about her. She's talking about the Lord God. You provoked the Lord God to wrath in the wilderness. From the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt, until ye came unto this place, ye have been rebellious against. I ain't gonna listen to her. I don't want to hear nothing she gotta say. Y'all said that after life repeats itself. You told God, we do not want to hear what the Lord has to say. We want to shut our ears. That's what you said out your mouth. So God fixed it. Deuteronomy 15:15. Wait a minute, did we just do that? No. Let's go ahead. I didn't number it, I don't think. We didn't get a number. Okay. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt, and the Lord thy God remembered thee. Therefore, I command thee this thing today. That's remember. Keep my law. Keep my law, y'all. Keep my law. That's what you should remember. Deuteronomy 16:3. Thou shalt eat no leavened bread with it. 7 days shalt thou eat unleavened bread therewith, even the bread of affliction. Now this is when we were in our homeland. This was on a Sabbath, particular Sabbaths. I told you there are different Sabbaths. But this was a remembrance when we were in the homeland that we were supposed to remember to do for 7 days straight. But y'all don't know. Y'all don't know nothing about this remembrance. Let's move on over to the next one. Let's go to, I stopped numbering. It got to be so many. Deuteronomy 16:12. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in Egypt, and thou shalt observe and do these statutes. And right now, if I asked you what are God's statutes, you wouldn't know. Because you don't know nothing about God. You weren't taught on God. You weren't trained to do things her way. You don't know God. Deuteronomy 24:9. Remember what the Lord thy God did unto Miriam by the way, after that ye were come forth out of Egypt. Now that story, y'all remember. Y'all know what happened to Miriam, don't you? But you don't think on it. You don't remember it. See, Miriam got in trouble for getting up there with that God talk to me bullshit. Woo! Some of y'all already wear the stain of being disobedient. Some of you do wear the stain of being disobedient, but you don't read the scriptures and you don't know where your stains come from. 24:18. But thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in Egypt, and the Lord thy God redeemed thee thence. Therefore, I command thee to do this thing. Y'all gonna look all these things up, what you're supposed to be doing. That'll give you some time to take away from your hurt. Look those things up. Deuteronomy 25:17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt. This is a group. You don't have that one, sis? Deuteronomy 15:17 on it? I stopped numbering. It got to be so many.
25:17.
You got it?
25 and 17?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Start there. Because we only got two more after that.
Okay.
All right. And then we have Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Why would she tell you that? How could you do that? Huh? All them generations you done been here. And you're fucking up in this last one you got. And she told you to remember what happened back in the other generations. What I did to them when they sinned against me. You don't do that. Huh? You in the here and the now. I'm in the present. Ask thy father, and he will show thee thy elders, and they will tell thee. Now, I do think that you gotta be careful which fathers you ask and which elders you ask. All of them kind of messed up right now in this damn captivity, but they're supposed to be able to help you, but they kind of messed up. Joshua 1:13. Remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded you, saying, the Lord your God hath given you rest, and hath given you this land. Meditate on that. Think about that. You were in a land flowing with what? Milk and honey. How good was God to us for us to wind up like this? Huh? For her to take all the beauty, all the protection, all the joy and happiness away from us, to wind up slaves to animals. They got their hands on you and they don't want to let you go.
That's right. That's right.
They don't want to let you go. Same Pharaoh is repeating. Pharaoh didn't want to let them slaves go. She had to do hurt to Pharaoh. When does Pharaoh remember the hurt?
No.
You know, like, God, them Hebrew Israelites, she's horrible. Oh, she hurt me so bad. Pharaoh, give us a list. I'm pretty sure you got one. It's written. Frogs and all kinds of stuff. That's what we do. But we're not supposed to as the children. They're not the children of God. You are. Nehemiah 4:14. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Lord, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses. This is what you should be doing. But instead you join up with the enemy. You join up with the enemy and the things the enemy does and has taught you to do instead of focusing on your house. Get in your house in order. Y'all, we've been saying it for a long time. Elijah's coming. Elijah is a coming.
Praise.
The word says there's a famine in the land. The water is destroyed. But the biggest famine is going to be the loss of the word. They're going to run to and fro. They're going to be looking for that woman that used to be on here. We didn't believe nothing she had to say. And she going to be gone.
All praise.
Huh? But you hear from God yourself. And you're going to have to. Because you won't be hearing from me. I'm going to prepare for the famine, and we're getting ready for the shut-in, and me and my folks is getting ready to find out what the Lord wants us to do.
All praise.
All praise. And you think I'm going to be on here telling this world what to do. You's out your fucking mind. All you no-face people, and you hiding in the background in the shadows, listening, but you don't understand, or you're not quite sure, or you think you got it, or whatever the case may be. You're going to have to use your own might and strength to figure it out. All praise to the Most High God of Israel. Love y'all. Have a happy Saturday. Somebody get my camera. Shalom, people. Shalom. Now there will be a class. Right quick. Hold on. Let me do this. There is a class coming up behind this class. That's my closing class for YouTube. So you might want to stick around for it, or if you can't, you can go on and do what you got to do, but it'll be up for you to see on YouTube. All praises. Shalom. Farewell.